Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how I make my kapoon, so let's get started. First, we're going to start by boiling a pot of water for our noodles. This is the brand of kapoon noodles I usually buy. It's fine, so the noodles are really small and thin, but if you like the thicker ones or if you prefer different kinds or different brands, that's fine too. Once the water boils, just throw them in there. Try to mix it every minute or so to prevent it from sticking to the bottom of the pot. As you can see, that's kind of what happened here. Just keep mixing for about 10 minutes or so until the noodles are cooked. My little hack to knowing if the noodles are cooked is to get a bowl of really cold water and then putting a few noodles in there and then tasting it to see if it's still chewy or if it's soft enough to turn off the stove. When the noodles are cooked, take them out and put them in a strainer and rinse with really cold water. Right here I'm going to show you how I fold the noodles. I'm not the best at it, so bear with me. This is how my noodles turned out. Like I said, I'm not the best at it. It's actually my first time, but you can do it like this or you can just leave it in one big clump. Just set that aside and let's get started with the broth. Boil a big pot of water, about 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons, and add 2 leg quarters. I slip them so that they cook easier and faster. I'm gonna add a bit of MSG, add some salt, add some of this powdered chicken flavor, about 3 Asian spoonfuls. Add about 8 kaffir lime leaves. One or 2 sticks of lemongrass chopped up. And a few slices of fresh galangal, not ginger, it's galangal. Let the chicken boil for a good 30 to 45 minutes. While the chicken is cooking in the broth, we're gonna get the curry pot started. Add about 1/2 cup of oil. If you like yours spicy, you can add a whole full cup of curry paste. Spread your curry paste out and add a little bit of paprika if you'd like. This just adds a little more color. After simmering the paste for about 2 to 3 minutes in the oil, add in your coconut milk. Just keep stirring it until it comes to a full boil and when most of the curry paste has dissolved. I usually add in a spoon or two of sugar, but this part is optional. Let it come to a full boil for a minute or two and then turn off your stove. After about 30 to 45 minutes of cooking, take the chicken out of the pot to shred. This part is optional, but I like to water down both of the coconut milk cans with water about halfway and then just shake it up and pour it into the pot. So I took one of the chicken legs and I'm crushing up the meat. For the other leg, I just shredded it because I want some shredded pieces and some crushed pieces, but most people just crush it all. To the broth, I'm gonna add a couple spoonfuls of Padeak. Then I'm gonna add 1 big spoonful of shrimp paste. This part is optional with doing it with the strainer, but I like doing it this way because it dissolves the shrimp paste faster. After that, we're gonna add the chicken that we shredded earlier. So half is shredded here and the other half is crushed. Give that a quick stir and then we're gonna add the pot of curry that we made earlier and watch the magic happen. I like to get a bit of the broth to scoop as much curry as I can out of the pot. And there's the magic, we're almost done. When it comes to a full boil, add in your quail eggs in your canned bamboo, or if you have fresh bamboo, slice it up and throw it in your pot right now. I'm gonna add in a couple dashes of fish sauce. This part is optional as well, but I like adding dried chili peppers to mine. Remember to boil your blood in a separate pot and make sure the heat is on low. My fault here, the reason why there's a lot of bubbles because the heat was on medium, so it isn't as smooth. Also boil your chicken feet and gizzards in a separate pot before adding it to the big pot. And there you go, the broth is finished. Add everything in and it should be ready. Now for the vegetables, you want to thinly slice cabbage and other veggies. I'll list below in the description all the different vegetables and herbs that you can add to this. And voila! I hope you guys liked my video. Enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe.